Everyone, thanks for joining. So I'm Ali from Tourism Australia. Okay, so today I'm going to run you guys through my top 10 socially distant experiences down under. So basically after this prolonged period indoors, as you guys would all know, we predict that travellers are going to have this new appreciation for kind of outdoor adventure and I guess destinations that are known for their amazing natural beauty. So whether that be road trips or walking holidays, lots of things that Australia has plenty of. So yeah, let me take you through a few of those kind of holidays where travellers can feel safe and secure and in control of their own social distancing. So to start off, I just kind of wanted to put it in perspective how big Oz is. So we're roughly the same size as the whole continent of Europe. So it is big. The UK actually fits within Australia 33 times. And we've only got 25 million people in the population. So there is a lot of Australia that is uninhabited at all and lots of space. It's actually quite good for you guys as travel agents though, because a lot of consumers will see Australia as quite a complex destination. So more often than not, they will seek out a travel agent to book their trip down under. Okay, so first up, I wanted to mention the Great Walks of Australia. So this is a collection of Australia's greatest multi-day guided walking tours. So it's part of the signature experiences of Australia. And I'll just show you on the next slide kind of some of the scenery that you can experience. So they're kind of premium, expertly guided walks. They showcase unique locations. These are some of the photos of the different landscapes that you can experience. They're from multiple different states around the country, and they range from 2 to 6 days in duration, small groups, and a real sense of exclusivity. The big thing about the Great Walks of Australia is kind of those expert guides that you have along the way, that they're ultimately the specialists of the destination and the experience, and sharing their stories about the wildlife, geology, food, and even like the Australian way of life is one of the best experiences on these walks as well. So Great Walks of Australia is what those ones are called, which is definitely walking holidays are definitely an increased trend going forward, we imagine. My next one is Escape to an Island. So Australia actually has 8,222 islands within our maritime borders. So these all vary quite a lot all around the country, as you can imagine. So whether it's sand islands like Fraser Island, Kangaroo Island, which is also known as the Zoo Without Fences, so plenty of wildlife. Places like Lord Howe, which is definitely a premium luxury, gorgeous island of New South Wales, or of course, Rottnest Island, which is known for these cute little marsupials called quokkas. So plenty of different islands to explore and lots of different ways to do it. So that's always a good option as well. And then explore the Red Centre. So the Australian outback is definitely the epitome of natural beauty and wide open spaces. So no trip kind of to Australia is complete without checking out the heart of Australia, as it's affectionately known, which is most well known for that big rock in the middle called Uluru. And that can be experienced in all different ways. So whether it's with an Aboriginal elder, hearing all about their creation stories, you can do camel rides or Segway tours, and just simply watching the rock change colour as the sun sets and rises. That picture on the top right is the Field of Lights, which is thousands and thousands of solar lights that come on at the base of Uluru as the sun sets. So I think it's the size of 7 football pitches or something, so it's massive. Sound of Silence is where you can experience incredible food and watch the sunset around the base of Uluru. And then you've also got Katajuta and Kings Canyon as some other experiences in and around the Australian outback. So Alice Springs is the outback town, which is known for its colourful characters, and a good place to kind of start your journey of the outback, and a good place to fly into if you're flying in from one of the other capital cities. My next social distancing activity is getting lost in the rainforest. So in North Queensland, it's actually home to the world's oldest rainforest, which is the Daintree rainforest. So it dates back millions of years, and it's been unchanged in all those centuries. So it's over 500 square miles. So there's a lot of rainforest. There's some really extremely rare animals and plant species in the Daintree. And in most cases, that's the only place where these species can be spotted. So it is a really incredible experience. And again, there's accommodation where you can stay in the rainforest. There's lots of kind of guided walks and experiences, or even zip lining, as you can see in this picture, to explore it as well. So, and it's also the only place in the world where 2 World Heritage listed sites meet. So the Daintree rainforest comes all the way down to the beach at Cape Tribulation, which is where the Great Barrier Reef starts as well. So where those two meet. And of course, take a road trip. So Australia is known for its kind of diverse landscapes. We've got some really incredible road trips, and I guess there's no other way to be really in control of your own social distancing than in your own car. So this has definitely taken off for the domestic market. A lot of people taking road trips, and I suspect once our borders open and internationals can get back out there, that road trips will be equally as popular. So it gives you the most freedom and flexibility to visit where you want and be in control of your own timeline as well. So as I mentioned, we've got some really incredible kind of landscapes to explore. So whether it's, you know, a coastal drive like the Great Ocean Road, or going inland through salt pans, or through the Australian outback as well, it's just completely diverse. And I guess when you're self-driving, you've just got that freedom and flexibility to stop off and really immerse yourself in those different landscapes. This one's pretty self-explanatory. So Australia is one of the best places to hit the surf. So whether it's learning to surf at Bondi Beach or down at Byron Bay, it's definitely a great place to kind of learn to surf or give it a try. And again, not many people around in this activity. Catch a balloon. So doing hot air ballooning is also a great experience all around Australia. This picture was taken in Canberra, which is our nation's capital. And it's a great place to kind of get a bird's eye view of not just the Australian landscape, but also the Australian wildlife as well. And you can do it in pretty much all states and territories around Australia. But particularly in Canberra, it's actually the only place in the world where you can fly over a Parliament building. And they do a balloon festival each year, which is what that image is of. Okay, under the sea. So, of course, the Great Barrier Reef, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, and it can't be missed. So it's the world's largest coral reef, and it's just a whole world beneath the sea. So it can be explored in all different ways, so whether it's snorkeling, diving, glass bottom boats, or even doing a scenic flight over the top as well. But it's also got loads of kind of underwater adventures as well. So the Museum of Underwater Art, for example, is off the coast of Townsville. So that only opened about 18 months ago. And it's basically a underwater art installation. So it's really designed to kind of preserve the local people, the history and the stories. There's a lot of Aboriginal culture in there, and also showcasing conservation as well. So that's a great thing to explore kind of off of North Queensland, but also the world's largest fringing reef, Ningaloo Reef off Western Australia, is one of the best spots to swim with whale sharks or manta rays as well. So definitely taking that underwater adventure. explore the wine region. So I couldn't not mention our incredible wines. We've got 65 wine regions all around the country producing top quality wine. So whether that's, in South Australia, which is kind of known as the wine glass of Australia, exploring all the different wine regions there, or Western Australia or Victoria, lots of different incredible experiences. And it's not just tasting. You can learn about kind of pairing it with food, or have experiences where you blend your own wine, and you can take home your own little creation as well. And also not just wine. So there's lots of kind of microbreweries popping up as well, craft breweries, as well as gin and whiskey distilleries all around the country. And finally, number 10 was connect to country. So the Indigenous culture of Australia is actually the oldest continuing culture in the world. And it is a really special experience. So it's a great way to kind of see and connect to the country and really experience it through the eyes of an Aboriginal elder. And again, it's not just about going to the Australian outback to experience our Aboriginal culture, although that's a great place to really immerse yourself in it. There's also places on the coast and in the cities as well, where you can really get to know that Aboriginal culture. And if you experience it in one part of the country, so say you have done an Aboriginal tour in one of the states, it's going to vary in another one. So I recommend, if your clients are repeat visitors, or if they're going to different regions around the country, to try and get that Aboriginal experience in the different regions, because it does vary. They even speak different languages and have different cultures all around the country. Okay, so as you can see, there really is nothing like Australia. So I just mentioned the Aussie Specialist Program quickly. So if those of you who haven't signed up, or even if you have, jump on there and check it out, because we're constantly updating it, and we're actually relaunching the Aussie Specialist Program kind of as we speak. So if you're not qualified yet, I'd recommend jumping on there and qualifying, so that your status gets carried over to the new platform. And we're going to have loads of new benefits and features on the new website as well. So you only have to do 3 modules three core modules and 2 additional modules to qualify. So it's fairly easy. And we've got loads of special interest modules and product videos and things on there as well. Cool. So that's my details there if you guys ever need to get in touch about anything. And I'll just launch my polls quickly and we can get going. So first one was, how many times does the UK fit into Australia? So I did mention this at the very start. So was it 13, 23 or 33? I'll give you a couple more seconds. Okay. Well done. So it is 33 times that the UK fits into Australia. Okay. How many islands are within Australia's maritime borders? Was it 82, 822, or 8,222? Few more seconds. Cool, well done. Majority got it right. So there's actually over 8,000 islands within our maritime borders. Okay, what is the name of the light installation at the base of Uluru? Was it called the Field of Lights, the Sounds of Silence, or Katajuta? Oh, most people answer that one pretty quickly. Good job. So most of you got that one right. So it's called the Field of Lights. And then just 2 more questions. So whereabouts is the Museum of Underwater Art located? Was it off the Whitsundays, off Townsville, or off Cairns? So it's on the Great Barrier Reef. Cool. So a bit of a mix there, but it is in fact off of Townsville, the Museum of Underwater Art. And last question. Okay, so I just mentioned this. What do you need to do to qualify as an Aussie specialist on the Tourism Australia online training program? Was it all the special interest modules, all the state and territory modules, or just 3 core modules and an additional 2 modules? Nice. Most people did that super quickly. So you're right. So it's just 3 core modules and 2 additional modules. So we do have a module on each state and territory and special interest modules as well that you can do in your own time, but you just need to do those 3 core and 2 additional to qualify. Cool. Thanks so much, guys, for listening. And feel free to get in touch if you ever need. Thank you.